Good morning. My name is Mark Drews, and I'm honored to bring welcome to all of you this morning. And welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Columbia. For those of you who are in the sanctuary, please be advised that these services are being Zoomed. And for those who are online, thank you for being with us, and we look forward to having you back with us soon. Also want to remind everybody that we do have a pre and post Zoom link for folks who cannot be with us today. This morning's service is our annual bridging ceremony, where we'll be recognizing our graduates. It'll be led by our Reverend Stephen Robinson. And when those Sundays when he is not with us in the pulpit, we are always joined by inspiring as well as engaging and interesting speakers from the wider community, as well as from this congregation. Speaking of wider community, next Sunday is an example of that, where we'll have an opportunity to hear from the Reverend Jolt, who will be with us thanks to the work of our partner church. So please take advantage. And not only that, but in July, we'll be having a theme called Voices of the UUCC, where we'll have an opportunity to hear from John Logue, Michael Sullivan, Barbara Bates-Smith, Ivy Coleman, and Laura Culler, who will be sharing some of their stories and expertise as we connect as a community. Now, you will to keep up, naturally, be checking out our order of service. Take a look at the information that comes to you every Thursday, and make frequent visits to the UUCC website, where you find this and so much more, including information like this afternoon. We'll be having our annual congregational meeting. We're continuing to wear masks as optional, but we're also asking everyone to please practice social distancing. I want to recognize the flowers that are on the stage here. They're thanks to, I saw a second, Joe Long. And in tribute to his mom, Vivian Corell Tucker Long, who was born 100 years ago this month. She was one of 9 siblings who grew up in northern Georgia, and each of the siblings graduated from high school at a time when it wasn't really taken granted. This time, I ask all of you to silence your devices, center yourself for service, and let's sit back and hear Confidence by Mendelssohn. Thank you, Anna. If all of you would please stand, if you're willing and able, and join me in our congregational covenant as found in your order of service. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge, to serve others in community. Thus do we covenant with one another. Thank you very much. Please be seated. We are the UUCC. And as Unitarian Universalists, as you know, is a diverse and non-creedal religion. We are a covenantal religion, which means we don't have to believe the same in order to treat each other the same, with respect, dignity, equity, and compassion. Our community is based on deeds, not creeds. As UUs, we side with love. We also embrace the fact that when the technology quits and your screen is cleared, you pause, take a deep breath, and revisit where you were just before it went out. Having done this several times, you would have thought that I'd have it by memory. And most of the time, I do. As UUs, we side with love, embracing all people, regardless of age, color, race, socioeconomic status, religious background, or technical abilities. We especially invite families and young children. We are a welcoming congregation, which is a designation that simply means we embrace all LGBTQ individuals. We encourage everyone to wear name tags so that we can know you better. Board members wear green name tags, and at this time, if you would kindly stand so you can be recognized. Because these are the people who are always welcome to hear your voices, your suggestions, your opinions, and they're the ones who will gladly say, step up and let's get it done. At this time, we'd also like to recognize any guests or visitors who are with us today. If you're willing and able, please rise and share your name and where you're from. And Reverend Robinson will come around with a microphone so you can be introduced.
Hi, I'm Kathy Lanier Smith, and I'm from West Columbia.
Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you. I'm Susan Duplessis, Jimmy Duplessis' mom, and I'm here with my grandson and James' nephew, Connor McCleskey. Connor, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Hi, Connor. Welcome, Susan. Anything else? This time I want to remind the visitors that there is a visitor card in the back of seats in front of you. Please complete it and know that nobody will be bothering you or coming to your door. When we're further along in our recovery, we will be taking times to greet each other as we did up until the pandemic in March 2020. Till then, we ask you to all stay safe, keep your conversations after the service in the outside the terrace area. And we do look forward to the time when we can go ahead and exchange those hugs and greetings during this time of the service. Today we're very fortunate to have a set of parents who are here to serve as our lighting of the chalice. Brian and Andrea Dudek, would you come forward? As Jim, would you also come forward? As we prepare to light the chalice, encourage each of them to go ahead and share a few words about their son, both Stafford as well as Jimmy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Andrea Dudek. My husband, Brian. Oh, Mike. Hello. I just wanted to say a few words. He might need to read this.
Okay.
I'm terrible.
So we've been coming to UU for close to 15 years. When Stafford was 3 years old and Heaton was an infant. And Stafford has been nurtured along the way by so many wonderful people at UUCC, including the staff and volunteers and our children in CYRE exploration program. With everyone's kindness and caring and love and laughter to support him, he's now ready to begin a new journey in his life. Stafford, we are so proud of you. Where is he at? Hello. We love you, and we're so proud of what you've accomplished and the great things to come. Today, we celebrate along with our UUCC family, Stafford Mitchell Heaton Dudick, and crossing the bridge to his new journey in life. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
I'll have something to say a little bit later.
Huh?
I'll have something to say a little bit later.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Andrea, Brian, and Jim. Spirit of light and life, come unto us all.
I'm pleased to introduce Noel Johnson, who will be singing our special music, You Are My Own, Billy Joel.
When you look into my eyes and you see the crazy gypsy in my soul, it always comes as a surprise when I feel my withered roots begin to grow. Well, I never had a place that I could call my very own. That's all right, my love, 'cause you're my home. When you touch my weary head and you tell me everything will be all right, you say, use my body for your bed, and my love will keep you warm throughout the night. Well, I'll never be a stranger and I'll never be alone. Wherever we're together, that's my home. Home can be the Pennsylvania Turnpike, Indiana's early morning dew, high up in the hills of California. Home is just another word for you, you. Well, I never had a place that I could call my very own. But that's alright, my love, 'cause you're my home. If I traveled all my life and I never get to stop and settle down, long as I have you by my side, there's a roof above and good walls all around. You're my castle, you're my cabin and my instant pleasure dome. I need you in my house, 'cause you're my home. You're my home. You're my home.
No matter how far you travel, no matter if you don't travel at all, you are on the cusp of a new life. People will have expectations of you. People you love will have expectations of you, both spoken and unspoken. This you already know. May you know, too, that you carry within you a spark of the universe, creating itself. That spark connects you to all that is, to all that was, and to all that will ever be. That spark is always there in you, always there bringing you into being. Always a force of creativity and possibility, especially when the expectations of others overwhelm or disappoint you. When you doubt yourself or feel afraid, when you fail, as we all do at times, remember that spark, always there, sustaining and revitalizing you. Like the love you find in this religious community, we are always a home for you. Your community is here for you. Blessings upon you and upon this milestone of your life. I didn't realize I was doing the next part too. We are now at the part of our service for the candles of community. So if anyone has a joy or concern that you would like to come up and share, if you have already grabbed a candle, please come now.
I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow's Memorial Day, and me being a combat veteran, being deployed to Iraq and leaving my family behind was one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do. Some of the people I met there didn't make it back. We wake up every morning and we enjoy the freedoms that we take for granted, but we forget about the people who made the ultimate sacrifice to make it possible. This is a candle of remembrance for those people.
Hey, good morning. I'm Bethany, and this candle is for a couple things. One is a joy because on Wednesday, we had a young adult gathering here, and we had 11 young adults come and participate and fellowship together, and it was just wonderful. So I'm just delighted to share that with you. The other thing that I wanted to light this for was a candle of hope. I hope some of you get a pen out right now, and take down my phone number because the one that's in the directory is not correct. And I want you to be able to text me or call me. As you can see, I'm wearing my Moms Demand Action t-shirt on because I'm one of the leaders in our community. And I want you, if you want to do something from the comfort of your own living room chair, I can tell you what to say. I can tell you who to reach out to. Just contact me. I will guide you through it. I'll give you phone numbers, anything you want. And if you feel like you want to come out, there will be a rally on June 4th at the state capitol from 1 to 4. All right, here's the phone number, 803-873-7455. Call or text me. Thank you.
Good morning, folks. My name is Alvin Steingold. I'm here with my new and improved voice. I'm standing at the microphone to tell the entire congregation how much I personally will miss the Whitakers. They're not here, but I guarantee you at least Keitha is sitting in front of her laptop watching the service. They are my oldest and dearest friends in the congregation, and we're all gonna miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alvin. I'm here to go ahead and commemorate a couple anniversaries. One, Patty and I had the honor a couple weeks ago to celebrate number 47, but also as important is the 10 years ago this week, we visited this congregation for the first time. I remember it so well when we had a new member service and how touched we were. By the way, it was the day after a garage sale too, if you remember back in 2012. But I remember the song and the delivery of the service, and the song was John Lennon's Watching the Wheels Go Round and Round. And what a powerful song that was. I used that as an opportunity to reflect. But this is also a service 4 years ago that I also remember, because we called at the last minute Stephen Robinson to come and to share a service because we were short one minister. And he came up and he did a service on the lessons from the grasshopper. Both Prism and Tapestry led us into some beautiful music, including Mamuz's Great Spirit's Hands. We heard readings from Thich Nhat Hanh, who shared the words, and we closed the service with a powerful set of lyrics from the Song of Passenger. It said, quite honestly, if we all light up, we can scare away the dark. Let's all light up.
Thank you, everyone.
We will light this last candle for those joys and concerns that are too deep to be mentioned at this time. At this time, we're going to go ahead and take collection. And please be reminded that half of our cash collection goes to one of our community leaders. On the first and last week, we heard from Allison Teratio from Planned Parenthood. And perhaps now more than ever, the support that we need to go ahead and protect, as Miss Jane would say, that bands off my body. Would the ushers At this time, please take this morning's offering.
Our offertory selection this morning is Landslide by Stevie Nicks. Thanks so much to one of our Mornings Bridgers, Stafford, for recommending this beautiful and really appropriate for the day song. I took my love, I took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Ooh, I don't know. Ooh, I don't know. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. So I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. Time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. So take this love, take it down. Oh, if you climb your mountain and you turn around, if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe the landslide will bring it down. Oh, the landslide will bring it down.
I was scanning the room for Joan, but again, thank you for your contributions. It's another small token in the way that we demonstrate that this truly is a generous and loving community. At this time, we're going to transition to the bridging ceremony.
Welcome again to our bridging ceremony today to honor Jimmy and Stafford. These two young people have seen this community grow up with them, from little people to adults, and they have been learning about themselves and seeking truth in their own lives with us in community. And at this time, I would like to invite them to share a little bit about themselves before we begin.
Hello, everybody. Over the past 15 years, I've been attending UUCC. I have created many fond memories. Through the Hogwarts camp, youth lock-ins, and the mountain cons are just a few moments that I will cherish for the rest of my life. And now that I'm a senior, getting ready to graduate from Drury High, I'm prepared for a new chapter of my life where I hope to make many more memories in this community, especially with the young adult group. My next chapter involves following my interests and developing as a member of Drury Robotics team, and I will be attending Midlands Tech, where I'll be studying mechatronics. Thank you for being part of my youth, and hope to make many more fond memories.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jimmy Duplessis. I'm the son of Jim Duplessis and Susan Duplessis. My time here in CYRE and UUCC has shaped many aspects of my life, from building long-lasting relationships to proper and good sex education. I've gotten to learn a lot of amazing life skills that will stick with me for the rest of my life. It was always hard for me to understand people who were corrupt in their morals and fundamentals, or I guess it was always hard for me to understand the minds of bad people, because the UUCC always taught me how to be a decent human being. My favorite memory here at CYRE is my first lock-in that I ever went to. We were watching the movie Puss in Boots out there in the social hall, and we slept in cots. Nothing too special about that night, just kind of stuck with me. I thought it was super cool. And of course, I can't forget the mountain cons, like Stafford mentioned. Either that or the Hogwarts camp. That was something else. I'm 18 years old now. I think I started coming here when I was 4. I'm gonna graduate June 3rd, this Friday, at Drury High School with Stafford. And I plan on attending the University of Colorado at Boulder. I got accepted into that school. And, but I plan on moving out there by the end of the year to establish myself and get working, and hopefully get residency so I don't have to pay out-of-state tuition. So, yeah, this place means a lot to me, and this is one of the first times I've been back since COVID, and so it's very special to be here. So yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you both for sharing and sharing your light here and all of your wonderful memories. Transitions are beautiful and interesting times to step into something that's unknown or unsure, where we kind of figure out what our desires, our preferences are, and what we want to bring into the world. And I'm really excited to hear more and see what you both do. At this time, I would like to invite a few people who I have specifically invited to come and share a few words about your reflection of this bridging ceremony. So please come up to the center mic when you're ready. Yep. Thanks.
Ready for me to go? All right. Okay. I'm Jim Duplessis, Jimmy's dad. And I just wanted to to share an analog slideshow. I'll try to make this as fast as I can. But James came to the UU back in 2008 when he was 4 years old. And the first time he hid out in one of the back rooms with either me or his mom. It didn't take long, though, until he felt he owned the place. You know how time fades away. Constructions, holiday pageants, the mountain, lock-ins, car washes, and then jump ahead, and here are two suspicious fellas. They're sitting in the new seats Mike Paget helped raise money to buy. And with Neil Jones, who is praying they don't burn down the building when they light the chalice. And jump ahead to 2010, and here are two suspicious fellows sitting, jump ahead to 2010 and 2012, whatever. And here are Batman and Dracula at the 2010 Halloween party with their sidekick Speed not shown. Here's James commemorating the playground improvements with Peter Candace in 2012. See if I can do this. Here's James catching a fish at the 2015 UU picnic. And here James and Stafford at the 2015 Hogwarts camp. And here he is wearing one of my ties on his head during the 2017 Yule Ball. Don't ask me. Okay, here he is with Noel and others feeding the homeless with Tom and Judith Turnipseed. And here he is the night after one of the lock-ins, I think, fixing stuff for the pancake breakfast. Again, after a lock-in, I don't know if this is for pancake breakfast or I think that one actually is for the chocolate auction. And this is the last one I have is 2019 when they went to Spartanburg for a climbing excursion. So now Jimmy and Stafford are on their next adventure. Take your time, fellas.
Thanks, Jim, and we'll have those pictures up if Stafford and Jimmy consent to that. Okay, cool.
Boy, that's a tough act to follow. Stafford, I've been asked to say a couple of things on your behalf, and I want to let you know what a joy it was to watch you grow up as being one of the RE instructors over these years. One of the memories, I don't know why certain memories stick in your head and others just fade away. I don't know if you remember, but for a while when you were like this tall, you were bringing in feathers. And I enjoyed every Sunday. Stafford would bring a feather from home and show it to me, and we'd talk about it and try to identify the type of bird that it was. And it was just like a special period of time when I realized that he had this spark of intelligence and inquisitiveness about nature and like a connection. And I enjoy watching that like grow and grow over the years. You know me, I love quotes. I reached out to Nina Gray, and she told me about an author that talked about hope a lot. So I found a short one, and this is by Joanne Macy, and it says, "The future is not out there in front of us, but inside of us." And when I read that one, I thought a little bit about how it's kind of twofold. It's you have everything it takes to go forth in this world and make something of yourself that makes you feel good and makes you feel good about what you're doing, because you already have it in you. And you're going to meet some pessimistic people along the way. Do not change a thing. You stay who you are, regardless of what you hear. And the other thing that I thought about was within us, I thought about this congregation. And I know we lose a lot of young adults when they go off into the world. And if you're still here in Columbia, I hope you come back. I hope you come back and you're part of us. And wherever you land, I hope you know that there is a UU congregation that would be eager to have you be part of its congregation. So thank you for sharing part of your life with me.
Hello, my name is Nancy Shillington Perez, and I'm up here as a parent, a longtime parent, and a former DRE, a director of religious exploration, and a teacher back in the back, watching these young men through the years. Most certainly, I'd like to mention a shift that I realized that I observed during COVID. Of all those years, doing all these magnificent things, that the memories came flooding back with those magnificent pictures of lock-ins, of Hogwarts playing Quidditch out there with the noodles between our legs, running all over the place trying to find the Quidditch. It was fantastic. And the chocolate auction, all that goes along with that. And just so many wonderful memories. But I definitely noticed a shift this past summer. It was during COVID when we were doing online get-togethers. It was magnificently led by Scott and Mackenzie. Mackenzie being there every single Friday or every other Friday, I can't recall. And we'd gather the high school kids, middle school kids together online, and we'd play games with them. Technology, Mark, oh gosh, I'm with you. I was definitely challenged. I was always the last person to sign on because I didn't understand how you do this Kahoot and all these other games that they play. But they all had a magnificent patience with me, and really they were encouraging. Their time was ticking because we pretty much had to end the evening in a certain amount of time. And I remember a particular evening when jokes were being shared. And Stafford, you had one in particular that I still tell to this day, although he can tell it a lot better. You might want to ask him about the 10-story floor building and a penny being dropped. Yeah, ask him about it. It's really funny. You don't want to hear it from me. But it's just so magnificent to see that shift as they've been growing older, and just me being the one in charge to realizing we're handing it off to them and their future, and seeing what they're going to do is very exciting. I'm going to really look forward to seeing you in the future, both of you, back as frequently as possible. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Stephen Robinson, the minister here, and I want to join all in the congregation saying a special thanks and appreciation for sharing all those wonderful memories and words, Stafford and Jimmy, about the work that you've done here and being a part of the UUCC, and also join us in saying we're proud of you, so proud of you. And it was fun to watch Jim kind of reenact Facebook with paper like this. That's basically what you did, right? Like, this is what parents do all the time, post pictures, and the kids go, "You posted what pictures of me?" So thank you for doing that and doing a paper version of Facebook. Mackenzie asked me to share a reflection on the bridging ceremony, and I've been thinking a lot about bridging this week as we prepare for this service. I make a drive often to Greenville, and if you haven't been out that way on I-26, they're adding lanes to the road between here and there, wherever there is you're going. Somewhere around Chapin, they've removed an overpass bridge, and so the only thing left standing are the concrete columns that once held the bridge that went over 26. And as I was driving back and thinking about this service and thinking about our congregation and the responsibility of bridging, I just kind of paid attention to those columns that were there that hopefully one day will support a bridge again when they're ready to prepare that to cross the interstate. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Those, what look like little columns of concrete, I'm guessing, I'm not an engineer, but someone will correct me after the service for sure. But those very thin columns of concrete support all the weight of all that traffic that goes across that bridge and how important they are. And I think for us here at the UUCC, the bridges that we build, the work that we have to both keep our youth and our children safe, but also provide a perspective for them to be able to see their own selves, their spirituality, to see the world, to see the goodness in the world, as you alluded to learn how to be people of love. That is so important, and there are so many columns in this space between staff and volunteers and parents that all do the work of making that bridge possible. And I just hope as we continue to build bridges for the next generations to come, that we all band together and build wonderful bridges for our youth. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing. Thank you, y'all. At this time, we are going to build a symbolic bridge. I would like to add, I'm asking all youth who are like high school and younger, as well as teachers, you could be a former teacher, yeah, I saw some muscles, to come up and stand on this side of the front of the stage to symbolize the youth part of our bridge. So please come on up, and I have some tea lights here if you would like to put one in your hand. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks. And there are tea lights right here. Yay, thank you. And on this side of the stage, I would like to invite young adults and board members, if you would also like to come up. So young adults and board members who are willing and able to stand on this side. And the tea lights are here. This is a good problem to have a little crowd on each side. Thank you so much for being here. You twist the flame part. Okay. Good. So at this time, we're going to have Stafford and Jimmy come on up as they walk from one side to the next. And if you can come to the front. Good, thank you. And we can, you all may sit back down if you wish. We're gonna or we can all do our unison affirmation together. I'm gonna invite Scott to come up to lead us in that.
Hello, everybody. Okay, this is obviously a very important day in the life cycle of the church, our congregation, and we're going to do a unison affirmation. It's in the order of service. It's also selection 706 from the Singing the Living Traditions. Okay, ready? Go ahead and stand up. Yeah, let's do that. rise, please. I got the power. May the light around us guide our footsteps and hold us fast to the best and most righteous that we seek. May the darkness around us nurture our dreams and give us rest so we may give ourselves to the work of the world. Let us seek to remember the wholeness of our lives and the weaving of light and shadow in this great and astonishing dance in which we move.
Thank you, everyone. You may sit back down. Thank you for participating.
I invite you next to join in singing our closing song, May the Long Time Sun. And I ask as we sing this indoor congregational selection, if you can join me in wearing your mask while singing. This song is originally by a Scottish-based band, Mike Hernan from the Incredible String Band. It was adopted by the Kundalini Yoga movement in America as a closing song, and we're going to sing it today with a melody from local yoga instructor and musician Nikki Anahata Music. The words are in your bulletin, and we're going to start today just by, if you can sing back the 4 phrases that are part of this, and then we'll sing it twice through with the piano. First time through, as we're working on it, go ahead and remain seated. May the long time sun shine upon you. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. All love surround you. And the pure within you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. I invite you to stand. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Our love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Our love surround you, and the pure light